how's it going? Oh, I think my alert is in the wrong place, but I guess that's fine. I don't know how to fix that until I go offline again. I got some alerts last night. I hope they work correctly. Kind of seems like the viewer count isn't quite working. Because it says there's only one, but I know that's not true because clearly there's more than one of you in the chat. Would never pass up a chance to listen to your cute voice. Are you flirting with me? So what we're gonna do today is the Hermit has very kindly sketched out a thumbnail for me. She actually sketched out two. Let me get the other one. This is the other one that she did. I think she did a really good job. So all that's left to do with it is to trace over it so that it looks like it's in my style. So that way, you know, people subscribe to my YouTube channel obviously for like my art, so I think having someone else's art could be a little bit confusing. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna quickly get up chat on my phone so that I can easily read it during the stream. I should have done that before I started streaming. I don't know why I didn't. Right, great. Alright, so everyone give some big W's in the chat for Hermit for doing the work for me. I think I like this sketch better. So which one do we want to do? Do we want to do the paper sketch or digital one? Paper? Alright, I've seen 3 paper ones. I guess if we have time, we can do the digital one too. And then we can like do a thumbnail test. I really do like how she drew me. I'm looking at it closer now and it looks so funny. This is just such a funny expression. Would it be considered a narcissistic to put a W for myself? No, of course not. This expression is so funny. I might turn this into a pin. It's not a pin, but like a keychain. It's very... This is very cute. It's just got that perfect chaotic energy. What happened to my music? Why did my music stop? Oh, there it goes. Want to make that expression a PFP on Discord? I probably should. It's great. I want to get this eye like perfectly smooth. I think that would make it look even funnier. I was gonna say that I ate your music taste, but now I can't. At least I did it at other times. I don't know what you mean by that. We were listening to the Deltarune soundtrack yesterday, so since we've already got the music queued up and ready to go, I figured I'd just play that again. It was a joke, AJ. Well, I'm sorry, I'm dumb. I don't get it. Turn it into a playlist and share it with the people. It's already a playlist. I can share the playlist in the Discord if I can figure out how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I'll worry about it later. When we get to the end of the playlist, we'll share it. What happened? Dumb internet. It paused right in the middle of my song. How dare. Is it weird that I talk to myself when I'm done? Because every single time I do, I think, am I slowly going insane? Then I shrug it off. Oh, when you're alone. When you're alone, not done. No, that's not... I don't think that's super weird. I talk to myself a lot too. I used to do it a lot more when I was in middle school. I think it helped me like plan out scenes and write dialogue and whatnot. I don't do it quite as much anymore because, you know, roommates and I don't want to look insane. Hang on, I think I can do that hair better. I think I'm gonna make myself a little bit bigger and maybe move myself a little bit more into the corner. Yeah, like right there. Do it more? No. I like the way that Hermit drew Husk here. It is very funny to me. So it looks like he's purposely like flashing me with his wing to blind me. So the thumbnail that this video is for is the video that'll be coming out on Saturday, and it's gonna be like a video where I like go talk about like Has-Been Hotel's colors and like how to fix them. I think they have like quite inefficient color palettes, and I would talk a little bit more about that, but I already did, so we're just gonna save it for a thumbnail. I'm gonna adjust this sketch a little bit so that way it's like wrapping around a little bit better. So that way we can maximize the amount of character that's in this space. The way that she drew Alistair here is it's very funny to me. I don't know what it is. Their drawing of Husk reminds me of Tom and Jerry. It kind of does a little bit, but also like not the same at all. Oh man, I kind of cut him off a little bit. Hang on, what I'm gonna do is, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut him out of the sketch, and then I'll adjust him as necessary. I guess it does give a little bit more Tom and Jerry than I thought. I'll put him right there. The expressions are awesome. Yes, they are. Herman is very talented. Oh, what was that? I can't see my alerts. Oh, Bucket 4 is now following. Thank you, Bucket. Husk is pointing a wing finger gun. Yeah, he kind of is. We're gonna go with the slightly shorter eyebrows. Lucima, thanks for the follow. I'm trying to get to 50 followers, because once I get to 50 followers, I can start getting monetized on Twitch, which would be really nice. It would be nice to have another source of income. It's like they are holding you at gunpoint. Worse, they're zapping me with their bright red right in the face. There's gotta be I'm sure there's a way to convey how bright the wing is. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push his face forward, and then I'll have the wing back here so that the audience can see how dang bright it is. Well, time to create more Twitch accounts for AJ. You don't have to do that. No, don't cheat for me, guys. It's alright. We also need an average of 3 viewers per stream, which I think we've already got that, because there's usually more than 3 of you in here at all times. Honestly, each of them having red connecting them is fine. The problem is it's too much. Yes, I agree. Since all of the, a lot of them have mostly red palettes with yellow and white as accent colors, and that's totally fine. I think it's totally fine for characters to have the same color palette between them, but you have to mix up the balances of the colors, otherwise it's gonna look a little strange. So for an example of how I've used the same color palette multiple times, are the characters that I've done for my commissions. So this is the first one. This is where we got the initial color palette. So he is mostly green. These 3 greens. Well, I guess these 4 greens. And then you have his skin color, the red for his accents, and then the ivory for the claws and spiky bits. Well, some of those spiky bits. And then you also have a secondary color palette for his weapon. And then I took that color palette and I used the exact same palette over here for his wife. But the balances are very much shifted, so I used the color palette for his weapon a lot more. I did make a few minor adjustments to it, so that way it is a little bit different. That's what the client wanted. And then for his color palette, like his main 4 greens, I used them mostly for her fans and well, her fan and her umbrella, and also like right here in her underskirts. But she's mostly orange and green from the weapon. And she does also have a different skin color. And then over here is the last place I used it. I copied her color palette more than his, because a lot of the greens that were present in Zacharias's color palette are missing, but it is a lot of the same colors. It is a lot of orange and yellows and greens, but we don't have quite as much red. Red is only present in a couple places. He's mostly white instead. So it kind of does have like the appearance of 3. He got wide. So when all 3 of them are next to each other, the color palettes between them do look very different, even though they are very similar and have a lot of the same colors. No, not there. No. Where's my thumbnails? There we go. I guess we can rename this. I'm stealing his wife. I don't. It's not my character. You can't have it. Now that I think about it a little bit more, I did almost forget that Husk's horrible red is actually on the outside of his wings, not the inside. I moved it to the inside in my video that hasn't come out yet. I think that's a better place for it. So I guess we can leave this wing exactly the way it is. We'll just like when I render this in, we'll like give it like some glow so that it's like really really bad. Is my playlist done? My playlist is done. All right, so I will quickly share my playlist to the Discord, and we will pick some different music. What do you guys want to listen to? Hollow Knight? That's a good idea. Hollow Knight soundtrack. How to Train Your Dragon playlist? Don't they only have like a few well, I guess they do have like an hour of soundtrack, but that sounds like something that I would get like super DMCA'd for when I upload it as a VOD. Maybe like a character playlist if you have one. They're really fun to make. I do not have a character playlist. Maybe I should make a character playlist. That would be fun. I like the way she drew the ears. It's very I mean, you can still tell he's a cat, but it's like kind of rat-like in a way. Is the music too loud? I drew that line too thick. It's really silly because you had a lot of depressing song and laugh at their dramas. It's a terrible thing to say. I support it though. I'm bad at drawing ears. I always make them too big. I disagree with you, Hermit. I think big ears is nice. It's like a part of your style. I am gonna move his eye up a little bit so it's actually looking at me. I guess I made myself bigger so it was looking at me before. I'm really glad I drew this because how I saw it before, I saw it like I thought my like my nose was down here is how I saw it. I can see it, but now that I've like actually looked at it a little bit more. Oh man, it's so funny. I forgot to draw my other like big old bug eye. Oh, we'll put the pupil over here too. Maybe we won't do that. Goldfish eyes, yeah, for real. I think I'm gonna have his other wing like folded back like that. So that way we can just like fill up a little bit more space with some nice bright colors that'll be very eye-catching. Because for thumbnails you do want to have like lots of bright eye-catching colors so that people will look at it and click. Because there's so much dang competition. So you really have to make yourself like your presentation from like from one split second glance, you have to be the most eye-catching video there in order to get any clicks, which I'm sure I could do better at, but I just don't like know how exactly to be the most eye-catching thing ever while also like still looking nice, or at least nice enough for my standards. The opossum is me whenever I go to shopping malls. Real. Oh, I almost forgot my own necklace. There we go. It's too low. I need to put that bad boy higher. The necklace is real, guys. I really do wear a necklace in real life. I never take it off. I don't know why. I'm not really even like a big jewelry person. I just have like this one necklace that it's shaped like a rock. Because it is a rock. It's a type of quartz. I forget what the name is. It starts with a C. Hang on. Let me Google it. Let me see if I can find the name. Orange quartz. What is it called? Oh man, I forget. It's not tangerine quartz. It's not that one. Citrine, that's what it is. You do since when? Oh, mommy, our grandmother got it for me. Dad's stepmom. And I have like worn it pretty consistently ever since she got it for me. It's just like sometimes I have it under my jacket. Okay, so we've got Husk, who's flashing the life out of me with his wings. So I guess next is Penchus. Can get rid of that. You drew Penchus like kind of scary. Like he really does look like a real demon in your style. I like it. I also like the way that you did Adam's spiky bits. Very nice. You know what his spiky bits kind of remind me of? It kind of reminds me of like a Pokemon. You know how like I'm thinking of Rockruff specifically, where they've got like big spikes around their neck to like kind of look like a collar, but they're not. I think I'm gonna move Penchis back a little, since he's not like a super popular character. I think I will kind of like reduce how much of the screen he takes up, so that way we can prioritize the really popular characters. Like even the like the official merch stuff, they always put Alistair front and center because he's the most popular. I should probably turn the opacity up on my line art. He's so mean, not gonna lie. The battle music seems a little intense for what we're doing right now. The music is such a vibe though, yes. Yes, I agree. We should play Hollow Knight on stream, that would be fun. The problem is that I used to play it on not PC but a console, so I would have to like re-buy it again, which I kind of don't want to do until I have more money. I really need my check to come already. I think I'd also like prefer to be monetized before I start spending money on like streamer related stuff, because I do already have enough video games to play on stream. Maybe it might be fun to play Sister Location on stream. I have that. The Opossum needs some money, yes, in a major way. And unfortunately my body is too weak in order to hold a real job and also be able to like keep up with school at the same time, so I've had to kind of make do with the internet. I'll get a real job when I go back home for the summer. Alright, I think Penchis is done. Maybe I'll like add in some eyebrows real quick. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks fine. I can't get over how silly Husks looks, and I mean that in the best possible way. I mean, I think we can donate, or that might be only in the 50 followers benefit. I actually have no idea. I haven't seen any way. I've hunted through my settings everywhere I can think to look in order to see if I can set up a way for people to donate to me while I'm on stream. But I haven't found anything, so I haven't even found like a way to connect my bank account. So I think I do need at least 50 followers before I can get that set up. That's okay. I'm kind of like used to always being on the not like the hunt, but like the grind. I'm always on the grind to hit some sort of follower limit, or not limit, but like minimum or something, in order to get more monetization stuff. No, don't do that. There we go. I think I'm probably gonna shrink Adam a little bit, because his colors are actually pretty okay. He's only got one unnecessary color, and none of his colors are like super duper like obnoxiously bright or anything. So I think they actually did a pretty good job with him. It seems like the characters that haven't been around for as long tend to have better designs than characters that are old. Like, it's like kind of a running theme with Vivzi's work that the older a character is, the worse the design is. And I wish she would have like fixed them up a little bit more for the show, but I think she was a little bit scared to do that because the internet had been attached to them in a specific way for so long that I think there would have been a lot of backlash to change them. So I think she was too scared to do that. Vivzi Pop is a very bizarre person. Like, she comes off it like I think she kind of like, from my read, it seems like she wants to come off as somebody who doesn't care about the backlash, but she very obviously does. She's got this weird problem where she engages with trolls too much, when I really wish she would just shut up. If she would just shut up, a lot of her problems that she has online would be over. But she gets in so much controversy because she can't get off of Twitter. She has an addiction. I'm serious about that. I'm not even exaggerating. I think she has a legitimate addiction to Twitter. I think she would be a significantly healthier person if she would just get offline for a few days and go do something else. Like, go live a real life. Just for a little bit. She's mentally a teenager, yes. Like, all of her posts, that every post I've ever seen from her, which to be fair isn't very many, but they all come off as like a teenager with a Tumblr account that is trying to be mature but just isn't. And I think a lot of her problems with immaturity would be fixed if she would just go outside. I feel like she is chronically online every day, yes. She is the definition of chronically online. Do you guys remember that one time when she said, "That's it, y'all are too hateful, I'm leaving," and she left Twitter for all of 2 days and then was right back to posting? He's got those eyebrows on fleek. Did that really date me? There used to be like a meme when I was a kid. In conclusion, touch grass, not the yaoi. Yeah, for real. I mean, that is the meme everybody says, is go touch grass, but like, legitimately, you need to go outside and interact with real people who aren't online all day, every day. I think if more people would do that, it would vastly shift their idea of what is and isn't socially acceptable, and I think it would do a lot of people a lot of good. What is yaoi? You don't want to know. Nobody tell her. Hermit, whatever you do, do not Google that, please. It is bad. Sorry. Sorry, I just told you not to do that. No! My sister's innocence, what have you done? I mean, I'm sure she would have figured it out sooner or later, one way or another. But like... The internet is the last place I want her learning about what yaoi is. Oh man, this track is so good. I love this track. This is I forget the name of it, and the video that I pulled it up from doesn't have the name on it. It's just the full soundtrack, so I don't know which song it is specifically. But I really do like this one. I think it's called Reflection, actually. I remember I've got not all of the soundtrack downloaded, but I've got quite a bit of it downloaded. To use in videos. Look at my Brightman standing together. Yes. Have you watched those videos? I remember my sister forcing me to. I don't know what you're talking about. So I guess probably not. I don't know, maybe I have. Pony MOV? I don't think so. I wasn't really in the My Little Ponies fandom. I did watch the show, but I was never like super involved in the fandom. I was too young for the internet at that time. I wasn't on it. Well, I mean, I guess I was, but I was like strictly on YouTube. If you're talking about like videos that like traumatize the internet, like Smile and Cupcakes, I did see bits of those, but I only saw them like through reaction streamers. Not streamers, but like reaction YouTubers. So I didn't see them in their full glory at the time. I did see them like later though. But that was like later when I was like old enough to actually handle it. I think we're just gonna leave the sleeve off. We'll put like something in front of that. Let's put your wings like up here like that so you can have more bright colors. And I think we can fill this in black. Hang on. There we go. Yeah. I look like a fish. I guess next up is Alistair, and then after that we're gonna have to add in like the other characters myself. I did make the ears very big on him. That'll be an easy fix though. I don't know why he looks so funny to me. The opossum's under attack, always. I think it's the eyebrows. I think it's the eyebrows that are really doing it for me. The Karen cut, yeah. Alistair's Karen cut is very funny to me. I don't know why anyone thought that was a good idea. Should I give Starry a tooth gap? Maybe draw it and then see if you like it, and if you do, sure, and if not, you don't have to. AJ reminds me of a seal for some reason. I can see that. His hair is so funny. It'll never not be funny. I'm pretty sure I've said this before, but I was actually planning for in the bed and breakfast for former baddies during the final battle, like when Alistair and Adam are having their fight. I was planning on having like a stray graze from Adam, like a slash from him to hit Alistair in the ponytail so his hair falls off, and then he's stuck with the horrible Karen Bob. And then the next time the actual cast sees him, they're like he's like crying over his ruined hair. Yeah, you mentioned it. Also saw a doodle of it. Yes, I know for certain I mentioned that before, but it's so funny to me that I can't get over it. If I was Alistair in that situation, I would probably cry too. Yes. That looks bad. There we go. We'll follow Hermit's direction with the wide nose. No, we won't. Sometimes I forget how I draw noses in my own style because I do it so infrequently. I usually draw them as just like a line. I actually I have like some confusing thoughts, like confliction about. I have some conflicting thoughts about how I think noses should be stylized, because noses can be a little bit hard to draw, so I understand why they get reduced to like just like a dot. But I would rather people just not draw a nose at all than to draw a nose as just a dot, because that just feels like a waste. But like also, I don't want to draw the nostrils or any of the hard parts of the nose that are down here. So I like to do just the line to indicate how long it is and if it has like any hooks in it or anything. So that way we can get some variety of nose shapes without me having to do the hard parts of the nose. Animated noses suck, yeah. Gru nose is peak design. There's a lot of fun to be had with noses, but also a lot of misery if you do them wrong. Starry used to be a self-insert and was supposed to be named either Zelly or Vera, but I eventually forgot about those names, so I just did Starry. Interesting. Get a new piece of lore every day. I've got a new candle, guys. My pumpkin spice candle ran out last night. It won't light anymore, even though it does have like a little bit of wax at the bottom. So it was a good thing I bought my new candle when I did. It seems like this one is lasting a little bit longer. It's one of those big fat candles that has like the 3 prongs on it. Not the 3 prongs, but the 3 wicks. I've decided this time I'm gonna try lighting only one at a time and using that wick all the way through to see if that preserves the candle for a little bit longer. Hi, Ick Lemons, nice to see you. I think I can do those teeth a little bit better. I think that was worse. Well, maybe not worse, but it's still not good. That's better. Yeah. I think I need to rotate this eye a little bit. What's this a thumbnail for? It's for Saturday's video. Not this Saturday, but the most recent Saturday, I mean, but it's gonna be next Saturday. It's for like hang on, my brain, I did like a critique of Hazbin Hotel's colors and like how inefficient their color palettes are. I wanted to talk about that. So that's exactly what I did, and I also recolored everything for an arrangement was made to like demonstrate how the color palettes could be simplified or like shifted around a little bit so that they're a little bit better. Because there's something about Hazbin Hotel color palettes that I don't think a lot of people would have noticed until you actually color pick from them, and that's that they have a lot of really similar colors that aren't, but like so it looks like they have simple palettes, but they really actually don't. They have a lot of variations of extremely similar colors that they don't reuse very often. Like, the way that it kind of feels like when you actually color pick from them, it feels like Vivzie didn't save her colors, so she just kept refinding a color that was similar to what she used before and using that instead. It's very bizarre. I don't understand it. So like two characters like that come to mind like initially, like the worst offenders of that problem of a lot of really similar colors like is Sarah and Emily. They have a ton of extremely similar off-whites, and when you color it's just like not very efficient use of colors, which must make it even more of a pain to animate than it already is, because you have to keep in mind like 10 different very slightly different off-whites in mind, and they all go in very specific places. So I explain it a lot better in the actual video that'll come out. It's such a bizarre problem, and it was such an easily avoidable one too. I don't know why they did it. They also suffer from a lot of one-use colors. One that comes to mind for me is Angel Dust. His teeth are a very light off yellow that never get reused anywhere else in the design. You could have very easily removed that color from the color palette without making everything look bad. Should we leave the neck like that? There's this one scene with Charlie and Rosie where I can't see everything because everything is just red. Yeah. Yeah, that's another problem too. I think red characters on top of red backgrounds was a bad idea. I haven't done any background artwork for the bed and breakfast of Viv. I got confused. What? Hang on, what was I saying? I haven't done any background art for the bed and breakfast for former baddies yet, so I can't guarantee that I won't have a similar problem. Because it can be, I wouldn't exactly say it's an easy mistake to make, but I can see how it could be a trap that someone would fall into. But my plan is to make Hell a very gray place as opposed to very red. I think we're going to keep like the red sky, but I think everything else is going to be shades of gray, white, and black. So that way all of the other characters, by extension, since they're all on top of a gray background, are gonna pop like a lot. Vivzie has this weird problem where the colors of the character always match the colors of the environment that they're from. So like even in more recent artwork, like Glitz and Glam, they're entirely green in Greed, which is a very green place. So Glitz and Glam don't stand out as much on top of their background as other characters that are in the same environment do. Which is very bizarre. It's almost like she purposely camouflages her characters. It's a very bizarre problem that I don't think I've seen before. The rules are Shades of Grey, 50 Shades of Grey. Solid joke right there. Why does the battle music always come in like after I've finished with my rant? This is weird. Weird. This pose is bizarre. I guess it doesn't matter that much. So long as the faces are the only important part, all of the other bits don't really matter. Why shouldn't we mention 50 Shades of Grey? It's just like not a very appropriate term. Not term, but like a book and movie. I'm not banning it myself. Just like, you know, respect the comfort of everyone in here. I'm pretty sure that was a joke, though. Like, never mind. You know what this looks like? It kind of looks like Alistair has his arm around Adam, and Adam's like holding him up. I'm gonna make that a reality. New ship unlocked. I think now we do have to shrink Alistair's head because it does look a little silly next to Adam's really small one. What's the ship name? Crime Against Nature, I think. Adam's radio. Dear Master. Radio Master? Radio Master's actually not a bad one, not gonna lie. That's actually pretty good. Guitar radio? Solid. Consider Fat Boy and the Twink. So, that's terrible. I'm not gonna read that one out loud. Golden Hoof. Interesting. Ribsman and Bloodclot Deer. Thinking of making a voice claims video for my own OCs? You should do that. I'd listen to it. Divine Bambi. Guitar Gate is still my OTP. Yeah, that's a good ship. I do enjoy it. Sorry, I had to move my cord out of the way. Which characters are Guitar Gate? It's Mammon and Adam. So basically, two identical clones are. Well, it is taking a very long time to load, so that might not be a very good sign. It's still, CapCut still says it's banned for me. Yeah, it might be like a state-to-state thing. I hope it's not. I don't think the CapCut and TikTok ban is gonna last for very long. I think there's too much money to be had on TikTok for it to stay banned for very long. I also think it's a little unconstitutional, though, the way that they banned it, because it doesn't feel like they're actually trying to protect our privacy. It feels more like they're threatened by how big this corporation is, because banning TikTok doesn't stop our information from getting to the CCP. Like, American corporations are selling our data to them anyway, so that law kind of like did nothing. The only thing it did is make me angry. I wouldn't be as upset about it if they made like an across the board no data harvesting law, but they didn't do that. Um, so it's hard to shake the feeling that they don't have our best intentions at heart. And you know, historically, government usually doesn't have your best interest at heart. I feel like this is a massive overreach of government power. I don't think it's right for them to come be Big Brother and tell us what apps we can and can't use. CapCut is working for me. Maybe it's like still hasn't been fixed on computers yet. Hermit is CapCut's boss confirmed. Anyway, I think it's hard to see the ban on TikTok as anything other than an attack on free speech. Unless they do similar things with American corporations too. Free country, more like it's a barely free country. The problem is that we've given the government too much power and let them get too complacent. I think we've let them get away with too much, and we need to do something about that. The hard part about like electing good leaders though is that wise people don't normally go into politics because wise people know that it's not worth it. So the only people that usually go into politics are people that are very power hungry. I do have some hope though, because Trump has gone on record and said that he has a soft spot in his heart for TikTok. I don't think that's any guarantee that we'll get it back or anything, but I think there is like some hope to be had. So I'm not willing to like start mourning and crying and yelling and being angry too much about it yet. And not like that it wouldn't accomplish anything for me to get super angry about it either. Being angry about it doesn't really fix anything. It just makes me upset and also gives me an episode. So I'm gonna try and keep being not angry. Wait, who banned it? I think it was the Supreme Court, but I'm not fully certain. I haven't kept up with it super much, but to be clear for anyone who doesn't know, it's not the president who's responsible for making decisions like this. It's a group of senile old people. A large group of senile old people who don't even know what internet is. And that's not even an exaggeration. Like, they genuinely didn't understand it in like some of the clips that I saw from the trials. Yeah, I think we should probably put term limits and like age limits on who can be in government. Because having somebody who's old enough to be in a nursing home be in charge of the country, I think is not great. I mean, we saw how well that worked out with Biden. Frankly, Trump's pretty old too, but at least he's not like completely senile yet. I feel so bad and can't stop laughing seeing clips of Biden. I feel bad for him. I think it's elder abuse to. I think it was completely elder abuse to have him be in charge of the US for as long as he was. Someone that old needs to stop being in charge of things and retire. He needed to be at home with his family, living out the rest of his days peacefully. Like, whether you love him or hate him, I think it was I think it was wrong for him, like bad for him to be in charge for as long as he was. And politics is just such a rotten job. Like, it doesn't matter which side of the aisle you're on, people are gonna hate you forever if you go into politics. How old's Biden? I think he's in his 90s. But he very much does have dementia. I used to work at I used to work at a nursing home. Like, that's where I worked over the summer. I did like, maybe not like a nursing home itself, but like a daycare for senior citizens. And Biden displays all of the same behaviors and movements as the people with dementia that I used to work with. It's very sad, honestly. '82 Googled it. Wow, he does not look good for '82. He looks horrible for '82. Honestly impressed he's still kicking. 82 is not like, that's like, I guess, the average, I guess. But I feel like that's kind of a low average. All of my most of my great grandparents have lived into their 90s, like well into their 90s. My great grandmother, who passed away not that long ago from dementia, I think she was 93. So I feel like if you don't hit like at least 85, you've kind of like failed at being an old person. And it's a horrible thing to say. I'm sorry for anyone whose relatives died a little bit younger. Dang, when did we get into a silly art stream and then into US problems? It's because the dang US has gone and like started affecting me directly, which I don't like. And I don't really like taking sides. I'm pretty dang moderate, I would consider myself. Everyone kind of sucks, to be honest, in American politics. And I don't like talking about them very much because at least it used to make me really angry, but I just kind of don't care that much anymore until it starts affecting my income, which it has now, because CapCut is what I use to edit everything for my videos, so now I have to find a new editing software unless it gets unbanned on PC. We're just not gonna draw the other arm. I feel scared for my grandparents, like they're still very active, but they're getting old and it's noticeable. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, death is a sad reality that no one will escape. I don't blame you, I don't like politics as well. Is there anyone who likes politics? I feel like no matter what side of the aisle you are on or how involved in politics you are, everyone kind of hates them. I think extremists have made it really hard to talk about politics in a peaceful manner because some people get so passionate about it to the point of that it's just kind of ridiculous. I think a lot of Twitch streamers have actually contributed to that with how extreme they get and how mad about it they get, and they kind of like encourage that behavior with their audience too. Maybe they don't say that they encourage it or will like actively say that they don't do it, but because they model that behavior, that's the behavior that their audience is going to look up to. Politics, I call them comedy. I just want to live life same. Honestly, I think American politics are kind of funny until you realize, oh, this is reality. Whatever the case, whatever happens, I think we'll all be okay. I mean, I guess worst case scenario, I can go move to Canada. I mean, it's not that far away, and I guess everywhere is walking distance if you have the time. So, we've got 4 characters, and now I think we need to include definitely Charlie and Vaggie. I don't think I can use these sketches because they're made for such a different composition. I don't want to be in a red or blue zone. I want to live my own peaceful in my own peaceful zone. Yeah, same. I think our 2-party system is kind of bad. I wish we had a 3rd party to work with. I actually voted for a 3rd party. Clearly, my candidate didn't win, so. Life is the greatest comedy. It's always funny, just not for everyone, and almost always at someone's expense. Based. The only guaranteed things in life is death, taxes, and comedy gold. Not comedy gold. I think the actual expression is comedic timing. That's what I was looking for. And God really does have a sense of humor. There's no denying that. Libertarians? Yeah. Libertarians are a mixed bag. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up a reference of Charlie real quick. Best thing we can do is just laugh our problems away. Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you don't laugh, you're just gonna cry, and that's no good. Oh yeah, how was the TV Girl album? I forgot to listen to it. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. I have listened to one of their songs. It's Taking What's Not Yours. I love that song. I used to watch it, not watch it, but listen to it a lot. It was on my playlist for a long time. Where do you go? I think we'll, like, flip you and put you, like, right... Whoa! Do you think Vivzy, flipped our art before she published it? I mean, it might just be wigging me out, because this isn't how I'm used to looking at it. Gotta say, Charlie's the only good design. Well, they were very close. They were very close to having a really good design here. I think if they had just made the pants the same color as they made this part up here, I think it would have been a perfect design. Like, yeah, it's not like... I've seen people criticize it for, like, being kind of plain or simple, but I kind of disagree. I think having it be plain and simple is, like, kind of, like, the appeal. Because from my perspective, it seems like Charlie is a person who hasn't quite figured herself out yet, so I think giving her a more simplistic design is good for, like, conveying that she's still new, she's still learning. I hate Charlie's eyes, it looks weird. I feel like it's more, like, hard to draw her eyes than anything. The eyelashes are a little strange. I actually quite like them. I just find them kind of difficult to draw. Why is her shirt sticking out? It doesn't look like that when she takes it off. I kind of like interpret this part as being a skirt. That's how I see it. But you are right, it doesn't look quite right. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly trace the hair and then flip it. Now normally I don't believe in tracing. I think tracing are like when you've got like an audience, an actual audience, instead of just like being a learner with a very small following, I think tracing is a little wrong, but it's a little different for thumbnails because this isn't like what I'm mainly profiting off of or anything. This isn't my content. And I think getting it more recognizable for the thumbnail is better. Her hair swig thing is hard to draw, yes, I agree. I've kind of gotten a little bit more like used to it and gotten the hang of it a little bit, but it's still quite annoying. No. Seems like an appropriate time for the boss music to have come in. I saw this theory that Lucifer's suit resembles an apple core and his old suit being a full apple, the apple core representing like emptiness and the full apple representing like happiness, which I like the theory. I do like that theory too. I wonder if maybe in the future we'll actually get a white suit Charlie. I actually do like that theory quite a bit. I think it does like raise a few questions though, because the time that we saw Lucifer in his red suit was in this picture that was in the background, where he was happy. And from the narration that we got, it kind of sounded like the timeline was that they fell and, you know, bad people started coming into hell, and that's when Lucifer got all depresso espresso. But if that theory is to be believed, then he was still happy when his wife was still around, and didn't get depressed until after she left, which does bring the like some questions with the timeline involved. Maybe it'll all be explained like later, but it kind of seems to me like the timeline for things is a bit of a second thought to Vivzie. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll be proven wrong as we get more information, but that's kind of my opinion on it right now. I do love her pilot design more. I think the hair is very unique. I do like Charlie's pilot design more. Like, they did a better job with the colors. I don't know why they switched from having dark pants and a pink suit to all red all the time. I think changing her suit from pink to red was the right decision, but I think changing the color of the pants was too much. I do actually prefer her new design in the animation, because in the pilot she had like this white button on her pants, and it kept on appearing and disappearing even within the same shot, and it was really annoying to me. So I'm glad those buttons are gone. I think they kind of just looked bad anyway. There's a theory that Frederick von Eldritch is an infestor demon and was feeding off of Lucifer's depression. That is a very interesting theory. Do you think we'll get a ship there? That would be like a ship that I would actually support though, so we can finally have something that's not enemies to lovers all over again. I also just don't like Alistair, the idea of Alistair and Lucifer being together. I think the only reason why people ship that is because they're the two most popular characters, and it's pretty normal to ship the two most popular characters together. I guess there is like a little bit of chemistry there. Like they were fun together in their duet. But I don't think there's quite enough there for the ship to be as popular as it is without there being like some level of these two characters are popular, so I want them to be in love being there. I didn't notice the button because I didn't look there. I couldn't look away. I couldn't look away because it was so annoying to me. I also saw another one. Lucifer is used to people asking him for gifts to keep him around, which Lucifer does with Charlie, and he thinks that if he gives Charlie these gifts because he thinks those gifts will keep Charlie wanting him around. That's an interesting theory as well. I think I would need to like see some more evidence to support it though. It would be like a very interesting part of his character though. I've got something like kind of similar going on with my own Lucifer, where he like plays on people's greed to keep them around. I on some level, Bean doesn't like quite understand human emotions and how people work. He doesn't understand that people like do actually care about each other. He can't fully understand what that feeling is like. So even though he does like prey on it and use it to his advantage, he doesn't quite understand it. And so he can't ever like fully use it to his advantage as much as he would like to. What was Lucifer's plans for creation in the show that was supposedly so dangerous? I don't know. I don't think we'll ever get to find out what those ideas were. You know, I don't know if anyone, like, if enough people have like considered in the fandom that Lucifer's ideas might have like actually been bad. I think the only idea that we know that he had that got acted on was free will. Which like I can understand why the elder angels would consider that kind of a bad idea, because free will has been like the way that people have been able to hurt each other so much, and a lot of that pain never would have happened if people couldn't choose. But at the same time, like the ability to choose, it's something that all humans want. Like we all want to be in control of our own lives on some level or another. We don't like being controlled. Which is why it's like a part of like the human, why it's so common for humans to get spiteful and petty and do the exact opposite of what you want them to do. When you ask them, when you try to make them do something, a lot of people are like springs, where the harder you push them to do something, the less they're going to want to do it. Well, I am curious about the show if Adam really does have free will, because his free will, according to the narration that we heard, came from the fruit, and the narration never says anything about Adam eating it. So I think there is a chance that Adam didn't eat it and thus doesn't actually have free will. Like that is a legitimate theory I have that I think has like some standing there and could potentially be canon. I would freak out if that was canon in like a good way. Oh, I think it would be so cool if I actually predicted something. But I think there's also a pretty good possibility that Vivzie will go the lamest, most two-dimensional route with Adam and make him not an interesting bad guy. I saw another I feel bad for Adam in AAWM since he doesn't have a real free will. Yeah. I saw another video about that theory today, actually. Like, The theory that Adam didn't eat the fruit, or like including my idea that he doesn't have free will? Both? Oh, awesome. Can you send the video to the Discord? I would love to watch that. I find it funny how in the Bible we see God is willing to compromise, but a lot of people forget that in favor of saying he's tyrannical. Yes. I think something that a lot of people point to is God being supposedly tyrannical is the flood, but I think a lot of people forget that the reason why he flooded the earth is because everyone there sucked. Like, it sucked really bad. I personally view the serpent and Lucifer as being separate beings. For my story, I would imply that Lucifer has fed the serpent the fruit, but would not outright confirm it because I can. That would be interesting. Um, I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. In our sect, we have this alternate translation of Genesis called the Pearl of Great Price, and in there it says that Lucifer, like, I don't remember whether he possessed the serpent or not, but it made it pretty clear that the serpent was a separate being with its own free will and whatnot. Because Lucifer does not have his own body. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I'm not using that lore exactly. Because obviously I've given demons bodies, but like I think that I'm giving it like I'm making the way that the bodies of sinners function, and sinners, demons, and Lucifer himself, of making them a little bit different from how we view bodies and how those things work here in the real world. Where they are real, but it's not made of like physical mass. I don't really know what it would be made of alternatively, but it's not made of something that you can actually touch, with the exception of a few demons and monsters that can get into the physical world, like I'm gonna call them Wendigoons, because I've been told by some Native Americans that have been in my comments section not to say the actual name, but like monsters like that can get into the physical world and interact with it, but not all demons can do that. I've also had this idea that Bean can he can take the appearance of a serpent, but he can't actually change into a real serpent. So when you look at him, he appears to be a serpent, but he can't actually interact with the physical world. Posted it in links, thanks. I'm gonna make it so that the Seraphim told the young Heavenborn about Muffin and saying that he was a completely bad person, which he isn't, and telling lies about him. Interesting. Some versions of angels have them be made from light. Yeah, I've heard of those before. Do you think that like means that they're actually made of protons? Not protons. What are light molecules made of? I forget what they're called. Light molecules. Photons. That's what they're called. Protons are part of atoms. Native here in Wendigoon scare me. Sorry, man. That sucks. I'm curious, how real do you think Wendigoons actually are? Like, are they more like a bedtime story? Are they kind of like something that, like, you believe they're real, but you don't think they would ever, like, actually appear to you? Or, like, do you think they're, like, actually, like, prowling around and whatnot? I'm very curious. I like learning about different cultures. Headcanon being turned into the first legless lizard. Interesting headcanon. I've heard of Wendigoon psychosis. I don't think I've ever heard of that myself, though. So I can't comment on that, really. Rona Maker, I would like to, if you're in the Discord, I would like to talk to you a little bit more about Wendigons, because I would like to know more about them so I make sure that I get all of the cultural elements correctly and write everything correctly, but I've gotten a lot of conflicting information when I tried researching them online, so I think learning from somebody who's actually a part of that culture would be good. For me, I think they're spiritual as I think they're spirituals as they are mostly bedtime stories and fire stories. Interesting. What is what is Wendigo non psychosis? I don't know. Quinn, tell them what it is. Oh yeah, I can tell them about them in Discord. I'm in your Discord. My name is Tunes in the Discord server. Thanks. Yeah, if you aren't on my friends list already, friend request me about it, and we can talk in DMs later. Gotcha, I sent you a friend request and we can talk after the stream. Sounds good. I feel like the tracing this image has taken longer than it probably should have. I feel like I'm working really slowly today. I don't like that Charlie's nose is positioned this way. I think it really ought to be flipped upside down. Like, they did that with the U2's merch. There we go. Fixed. I like the theory that there technically isn't a difference between angel types and that the more eldritch ones are them in an incomprehensible form are like that because they mostly accompany God, and the humanoid ones are in disguises to be able to interact with humans directly. I do like that theory too. I've kind of like viewed it as like the way that I've written it in BBFFB is more like different species. Because I have heard of them as being referred to as heavenly creatures, which kind of conveys to me that they are not the same species as humans, which like makes sense. But like I meant like more in like the animal sense, like how chimpanzees aren't the same species as humans, and Neanderthals aren't the same species as humans, stuff like that. I like the idea that everything, no matter how heavenly it is, can also be explained with science. As I think science and religion, I don't think they have to be as different. I don't like that some people think that science and religion are diametrically opposed and that the existence of science disproves religion. Um, and there are people on both sides of the aisle that view it that way. So like sometimes religious people won't accept science because they think that it threatens their beliefs, and there are scientists who think that uh, because science is real, God must not be. I think that two things can be true at once. Um, I think it's also kind of interesting. The Big Bang Theory actually was originally conceived of by a priest. Um, it might not have been a priest, but it was someone with like in a religious position of power that originally conceived of it, and it was Einstein who thought that it was a ridiculous idea. Um, but he managed to prove it with like the existence of like a telescope. The way they were able to prove it was by measuring the way that objects in space moved, because at the time people thought that objects in space didn't move. Because relative to Earth, it kind of because everything is moving and Earth is moving, it looks like nothing is moving. But when you actually like measure it with telescopes and whatnot, everything is moving away at the same rate from a specific point in the universe, which kind of like implies that everything at one point in time started in one spot and then had to explode out from there, probably with some kind of Big Bang. Some religious people are scientists. Literally, religious people have started science in the olden days. Yes. Hang on a minute. I will be right back. I'm gonna quickly go and use the bathroom. Watch this possum for me for a minute. Alright, tablet was plugged in. Time to get back to work. Back to the game. Something else. Okay, so we need a lane to take it to here. Not the speaker. Just Maggie. We still can't hear you correctly. It all sounds like another static. Well, I don't know how to fix that. This is the best I can do. I'm using all my brain cells to understand as to what you and your trying to say with that mic quality. It shouldn't be that bad. I was using this mic earlier. Maybe just give it a minute. It should like get better as you like get used to hearing it. My brain hurts. Sorry. I mean, it's either this or it's nobody can also pick, and I feel like nobody can play it. It looks like she's about to like block her head. I never thought I'd be like somebody who liked streaming,
because I don't usually watch a lot of streams. I watch some occasionally, like I really like Queso. But Queso is really the only stream I will watch ever. I used to watch this guy that did a lot of streams. His name was Parker Games. He did like a lot of Minecraft stuff back in the day. And as far as I know, he's never been in any controversy, but he hasn't made any videos in a really long time. It's been years. I miss him a lot, and I think he was a great content creator. I wonder what he's doing right now. Maggie looks like Protector GF mode activated. Well, that's kind of from all the time. That's from like your record. So I'm gonna figure this stream out that stuff is a little bit so you can get the details in. Her eyelashes are so wild. Like I don't know what video is saying when you have these eyelashes. Like they look nice, but you feel like they're too much. her style of like doing really exaggerated eyelashes for her photos, it has like kind of infected my art style a little bit. I didn't mean for it to happen, but I guess not with someone like Lewis. Do you guys know the Yowie template thing? I do not know the Yowie template thing. Just gonna smooth that up roll a little bit. You know, I don't think if we're ever gonna watch anything else on stream, at least not on Twitch. I feel kind of weird about doing it. It feels almost like copyright infringement. I feel like I'm almost stealing somebody else's work when I'm doing it. I think I probably will, for the next last episode that comes out, I probably will stream that, but I think we'll stream that on Discord instead. I feel kind of weird about streaming that to react and profiting off of it, because I don't consider myself like a reaction streamer. Well, obviously not, because I don't really do that. But I feel kind of strange about reacting to stuff like in a place where I would also make money off of my reactions, or like get internet attention for it. But it feels different like if I was like streaming it in private. Sorry about that. This music is giving me flashbacks to Hollow Knight's the Colosseum of Fools. I never beat it. I beat 2 of the levels, but I didn't beat the last one. I really wanted to beat the last one before finishing the game, so then I just never finished the game. What type of pen am I using? It's the default pen that like the brush that I'm using, and I'm using the Nib pen. Alright, if you're wondering about the tablet I'm using the XP pen tablet. I think it's one of their newer ones. It's a screenless one, and the default pen that comes with it. We almost had that curve. I bet we could probably still fix it without having to redo the entire line. So something interesting about Husband's animation that I actually found out yesterday. Actually, not yesterday, but it was recently, within the past couple days, is they actually don't use rigging animation. I thought they did, but they don't. What they do is they like cut the limbs off and then they like rotate them instead. But everything is actually drawn, which is why there's so many animation errors, as opposed to the rigging where you wouldn't have nearly as many animation errors. And it's also how we can like get such fluid animation in some of the music scenes, like the one that comes to mind is that one shot of Angel Dust where he like rolls back into Husk's arms or something like that. But it's during the Loser song. And it's one of the ones where they had like a very famous animation error when like two of Angel's arms are missing. So that's how we can get really fluid animation like that. But then we also have really stiff animation the rest of the time. I say really stiff. It's not that stiff, but it kind of has more of that stiffish feeling. And that's also why the style is the way it is, because you need so many cutoff points. I'm not going to draw another one. We don't get that. Yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know how I feel about knowing that they did use rigging for the show, because the reason why they didn't rig it is because the characters are so detailed. I really wish that they would have simplified their designs a little bit so that either they could have been rigged to save money, or they could have, or so that they could have had a nicer style to it and smoother animation. They really didn't need to make the characters quite as detailed as they are. And there's a lot of small details that I don't think anyone would miss if they were not. And you can still keep like the characters looking almost identical. So like something that comes to mind is they have a lot of these little scallop marks on them, like Angel has them on his gloves, and Danielle obviously has them right here. She's also got them on her thigh highs. They could have just taken all of those off and simplified their designs a lot, so they could have had some sort of animation. We also could have not hired entirely celebrity casting for the voices so that they could have had more money and more time to spend on animation. These are more like nitpicks than real criticism, so I think your playlist is done. What do I want to listen to now? What do you think? What do you guys want to listen to? The Full Undertale soundtrack? The Hotel movie stuff? Someone else? Ori and the Will of the Wisps soundtrack is never very good. I've actually never played that game, and I don't remember if the soundtrack was good. Hello? After what happened? Alright. My husband, something right now. We're listening to Deathstack's Looking remixes right now. I really like his remixes. He did a really good job. I actually don't know the name. The name Zach kind of makes me think it's a dude because I believe Zach is a voice. I've actually used Deathstack's music a lot in his background music in my enhancement videos, like the legitimate ones. I've used it a lot, especially in like an arrangement he's made, his backing tracks. I have beef with your mic now. It's just how you can work better. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Maybe someday, like, I'll find a way to plug in my mic, my nice mic, and my tablet at the same time. I really wish I could do that. I'm sure there's, like, some sort of device that I could, like, use to splice it into the same outlet. We clearly don't have that right now. It's really expensive to buy a new mic, considering my financial situation. Who am I forgetting? Angel Dust. I always forget about Angel Dust. I thought he was like one of the fan favorites, like one of the major fan favorites, but I always forget about him because I kind of just don't have a lot of attachment to him. I liked him better in the pilot, but I still like didn't care about him that much. It's 3 in the morning. Who's gonna blame me versus Luke? Unfortunately, getting the right ones. I just have like that feeling of like you can't fight for anything. I think over here. I don't know if you're maybe if I'm Charlie's face. Right there looks good. I was gonna. There we go. Somebody clip that weird noise I just made and put it in a compilation. It would be funny. I will, thanks, Ray. I don't really like Angel Dust's face shape. It's very strange to me. I also just don't think he's that hot. And the narrative builds him up as being like the hottest of hot people. And I just don't see it. His face is too strange of a shape for me being able to get on board with that. But make the noise again? No. You can find it maybe like in the vlog when the vlog goes up in a few days. I don't think I'll be streaming on weekdays. I might every now and then, but I also don't really want to stream the whips that I'm gonna be making for the actual videos. And I do need to make some actual videos soon because my backlog is starting to maybe not recommended for this anymore, but it's a little low. But it was nice to have a week to not have to worry about making videos. I'm totally drawing right over my hair. I don't think we have to draw this. Maybe we do have to draw over his feet, though. He's such a weird shape. The head is so big, and then the body is so small. Anyone else hate Angel's white long gloves? It just ruins the design for me. I actually think that having the white gloves was a good idea, so that they're not crazy in your face, and you can get a little bit more attention to the two pink gloves that are his main hands, and then the other two arms can be more supplementary. I kind of wish he kept his second pair of arms in most of the time, because he's got a third pair of arms that are retractable. I don't understand why these two aren't retractable, and it would save the animators a lot of grief. Yeah, just keep it consistent. Took me a while to realize that this was your baby effect. Fake fan. That's what you are. You're fake fan. I quite like the song Luna Baby. I think it was my favorite song out of all of them for a while. But I also think I'm not certain that I'm in love with its effect on the story, because I'm not fully certain what exactly Husky's trying to say here. Is the message it's okay to be imperfect, or is the message alright, time to give up because there's nothing we can do? But if the song was just meant to say, hey, you're not alone, I mean, it's totally fine, but I don't think we need the song as long as it's their movie to convey that. And we could have probably done more with it. I feel like we didn't really establish much about the communities or learn anything super new about the communities from that song. So it doesn't end up feeling a little bit like a waste of time, but it is a fun romp, so it gets a pass. My absolute least favorite song is the Lofi version that's playing right now, More Than Anything, which is entirely Elizabeth song. I thought it was boring. I know that for some people, it was really powerful, but I just don't feel anything at all because, I don't have daddy issues. Me and my father have a great relationship. So I can't really put myself in Charlie's shoes for that, and they didn't do enough work for me to really care about her relationship with her father, to really feel how she feels about her dad, and how distant they were before the breakup song happened. So I just ended up feeling really bored and not caring throughout that entire sequence. think another reason why I don't feel quite as attached to Aeolus other than just the face being weird, and that's what gives me like job. But we never really learned much about him. You know, like we learned that he's going through a lot and stuff, but like why should I care? His only motivation is I want to get away from Valentino, which like obviously I don't want to do that. So it doesn't really endear me to him that much, and I don't come away with a lot of attachment. I wish we could have like learned more about him, Angel Dust. Not Angel Dust of the acts that he puts on. I want to learn about Anthony, the person underneath, so that way I can have some actual attachment to his struggle and really see him as a person rather than somebody who's just going through it. I think Poison was a bit of a waste because we could have used that song to like talk about his motivations aside from just wanting to not suffer anymore. Like we could have learned about like his family, his attachment to his family. Like we know that what's her face, Molly exists. We saw her up in heaven, but unless you were somebody that was watching Nancy Pop's live streams all the time, you wouldn't even know that Molly was anything other than a background character. So we could have used that song to introduce us to not Adam's, but Angel Dust's family and how he feels about them and how much he misses them, stuff like that. And then when we do finally go up to heaven and we see Molly chilling in the background, we're like, oh hey, I know that person. And then maybe we could have gonna call it a night later, guys. Night, sleep well. And then when we do have Charlie and we see Molly, we know who that person is. We could have like taken like some time to talk to her, or like have Charlie talk to her, like learn about her to see where she is at, if she even remembers Angel Dust, if she knows that he's in hell. Stuff like that. Like that could have been a great way to establish that the people in heaven don't remember their family members that are in hell, because I'm pretty sure that's canon, but I don't quite remember. And it might not be canon anymore. It's 1:36, so that might be hard. Is that PM or AM? Thanks for hanging out with me, I appreciate it. I really ought to redesign Molly, because I don't like her design very much. I think she looks a little strange. She's kind of got like creeper legs going on, right? If I'm remembering correctly. And big hair, dog, super love it. Alright, that is it. I think the last guy we need is Lucifer, and then we can call this minute and be done. See, we critically have a picture of him. Lucifer. Lucifer is such a fun-looking god of a guy. His proportions are so strange. And I think he looks really strange in the show. Like, his head is smaller than everyone else's, so it doesn't look like he's short. It looks more like he was just like scaled down. So it ends up looking a little strange when he's around other people. We'll put you right there. Every time I look at this face I want, it's so funny. I'm so grateful to them for making it. He has a sad choice, but he also has no beauty side. It doesn't look like he's very I don't know how you feel about it. I do like his big, thick eyebrows. They make me happy. I like characters that have really thick eyebrows. Or like eyebrows that are otherwise kind of unique and strange. I like Maggie's eyebrows, like Wyvern. Because she's got really, really thin eyebrows. Like, not thin isn't like how, like, I don't even know how to describe that. Like, not thin, like, oh, they're just a line. No, like, actually thin when there isn't very much. There are very many strands of hair because I don't have very thin eyebrows myself. So I kind of like seeing that on other characters. Like, how tall is he? Because I switched from 4'11" to 5'3" and now to 5'6". I don't know. I think on the wiki it said he was like 5'6", which that's not very short. Like, that's my dad is 5'7", which if Lucifer is 5'6", that makes him 6 inches taller than me. That's quite a bit. So I think it's kind of weird how a man who is supposedly canonically 5'6" keeps getting made fun of for being short when he's really not that short. I don't think 5'6" is very short. I mean, I guess for like the average man, yeah, it is, but I come from like a family of dwarves. Not dwarves is that like everyone has dwarfism, but like I mean everyone in my family is kind of short. Everyone in the show is kind of tall. But like, you would never know, because everyone is tall, it is very strange. So Alistair is supposedly 7 feet tall, right? But he looks kind of shortish. Like, he's short compared to Penchas, I remember in one shot, at least. So he doesn't really look like he's 7 feet tall. He just looks like a regular guy. He looks average height. So I'm not sure how much I actually believe the stated heights in numerals that are like in the wikis. I think people tend to fall into this trap of making everyone tall because it's fun to make everyone tall. I do that myself. Like, if you guys have seen that eye chart, everyone's very tall. Like, except for in the main cast, there's a little bit more people's heights are a little bit more normal, but it quickly went out of control. And I think that's because I do them on different pages, so I sometimes have this weird habit where I accidentally make people too long. So characters that I imagine being short, like Matthew, I accidentally make way too big when you actually size them up. So that all of the ideas sometimes. So I think those are going to be some things we'll have to fix when we eventually do the final character lineup. I don't think we need to worry about the bottom part. I almost forgot the top of the hat. His hat is very weird. I feel like they really didn't need to give it this much detail. I think it has just a little bit too much going on. Nifty is the only one in the entire cast that has a normal height. Her height on the wiki is said to be like 5 feet tall, which that's very tall for how short she looks. Yeah, I'm 5 feet tall, so if Nifty is 5 feet tall, everyone in the hotel towers over me. I mean, you know, that might be like just like a stylistic thing, but also like, if that's a stylistic thing, I'm offended because I'm 5 feet tall and I don't like to accept that. I don't want to look like a baby compared to everyone else. I like to think that Nifty has dwarfism instead because she is so small and like she's also an adult woman. Hey Doug, you're awake. How's it going? I'm nearly done streaming. I mean, we're just gonna like call this that movie and then it'll be done. Wow. The face. Man, I'm so excited to be done, but I keep forgetting major details. This is gonna be like a nightmare to cut up and immediately put the rods out because I don't want to drop a video that's 5 hours long or however long it's been since I started streaming. IDK for anyone else but AJ and Evan, this sounds all black. I'm sorry, I had to switch to my bad mic. I wonder what it sounds like on the stream because I was using this mic earlier and people didn't have quite as much of a problem with it. So I wonder if maybe something strange happened and it sounds really bad. Or like worse than it normally is. I thought I was tweaking. No, it's just that my mic is bad. At least this one is. I was using my good mic earlier because I can't use my good mic and then use my tablet at the same time because I don't have enough places to plug them both in. I've only got one HDMI plug on my computer. So, sorry everyone. I'm sure you'd be surprised, AJ. Probably, maybe. I guess I'll find out when I watch the pod back. I think I think the song it starts with Summer is an underrated song. I really like that one actually. And I feel like it's one of the few songs in the show that like really feels narratively important. I think that song gets slept on in a major way. Lucifer's color is weird. Like, it's got the red outside. When you're looking at it from the outside, it's got like the red accent. I mean, it's white over here, but then on the inside, it's red on the inside and white on the outside. It's very strange. I feel like that since there are two different guys that we're working with, they could have kept the border color the same, and that would have been fine. Okay. Alright, now we're done with the lineup finally. So I mean, I guess it's not really because they summed up and release everything underneath his dumb hat. Not everything underneath dumb hat, you have to release his dumb hat. And then what supposed to be on top of him. That's not good. Wow, there's some nasty tangents there. Whatever, it's a thumbnail, it's fine. Alright. Now I can add color. And then we can be done. Oh, I guess I'd have to shade everything. It never ends. It never ends. There are some people who say that you shouldn't use, like, bright white, like plain, unadulterated white in your art. But I would just tell them to pipe and I think actually for this one I'm going to do something different that I don't normally do for my thumbnails, because if I'm going to leave everyone's colors exactly the same. Normally I'm sure you've all seen, I normally change the colors to like gray, red, or cyan for my thumbnails, because I think it makes my thumbnails unique and helps them stand out. So that way, whenever I do post something, you can recognize immediately, oh, this is one of AJ's videos. But I don't think I'm going to do that for this one, because the point of this video is that the colors are not great. I clicked off. There we go. I mean, it might be funny if I exaggerated the colors a little bit more, but I don't know. I feel like I would almost be dishonest by doing that. We've got the veins in the eyes to make it clear, like, I'm suffering. Yep, that looks great. Beep. I love the goldfish flats on all I think about. It's things I've heard before, actually, and she's the one that sketched it out. She sketched most of the thumbnail, not all of it, but most of it. She did a second one. I didn't like this one quite as much. The composition wasn't quite as good, but I'm still glad she did it. It looks like we don't have enough time for me to sketch both versions today. Maybe I'll sketch that one, like, do a little bit of one, not do a little, like, trace of that one too, in the future, but, only if I have time. I need to work on other videos first. You know, lots of this being tortured by my husband Cody's not for real. Sobbed and red only. Deep joke. Solid joke. Your robe, I think, was like a plain, right? I actually got Adam's colors saved right here because I use them so frequently. So get your A right there. No, it's upside down. Here we go. And then we're into your breakout. There we go. Yep. and the spikes. I think adding like 3 rows of spikes to his neck was a little too much. I think they should have gone with just 2 instead. Obviously, I didn't draw these things right in the sketch. I need her unnecessary yellow because in his actual design he has 1 yellow for his wings that isn't used anywhere else on his design. Let me go find it. There's shouting at the unnecessary yellow. We have the unnecessary yellow. There we go. Am I on the right layer? I'm not on the right layer. I'm on the wrong layer. I'm always on the wrong layer. My life was the wrong layer. Alright, there we go. We got our unnecessary yellow. Adam looks like he would drop kick you. Oh, he absolutely would. He's planning on doing it. If his arms weren't full of Alistair right now, he would be doing it currently in this drawing. I guess we'll color in Angel Dust too, because I still have his picture laying around. Angel Dust has so many unnecessary colors, you have no idea, guys. You have no idea. It's gonna look ridiculous when you guys watch the actual video when it comes out. You're gonna see just how many unnecessary colors he has. And it's kind of comedic how many unnecessary off-whites he's got. So his current palette ends up being 45 minutes if you didn't know. If I'm not on the right layer, I'm going to kill myself. I'm on the right layer. Look right here. This yellow is different from this yellow. They're 2 different yellows. They couldn't use the same yellow twice, but they didn't. That's better. It still looks a little strange, but that's alright. Check it out. This white is different from his fur color. Isn't that infuriating? Like, it's not that different either, but it's just different enough that it drives me insane. He looks like he would sell little kids' toads in the alleyways of Paris. He probably would. That's not correct. This should stop like right here, I think. And then we got like a little bit of thigh and boot. Yeah, it looks for somewhere, but it makes me mad. I had a stroke doing that. Might make my Angel Dust do that to me if she should. I encourage it. Yeah, there's some murder on my Angel Dust that you don't know yet, and I cannot wait for you to find out about, but it would be best experienced actually through the stuff. I feel like I've already given away too many of the twists, like specifically specifically for Lucifer, of course. You guys already know he's almighty evil, and the story would really be best experienced not knowing that. So I'm not going to give anything more away about other reveals that I've got planned for later down the line. I've got a twist for Angel Dust that I think will be really interesting for you guys and what you think it will look like. I hate Angel's bow tie with a passion. Weirdly enough, I think Angel's bow tie, like, Angel Dust is one of the few characters that I think like, really should have that bow tie. I mean, I guess he probably would be better off wearing it, but like, it also like conveys so much about his time period. I think it's okay for him to keep it. But obviously, I did take off Angel's bow tie and designs to release with that. I don't know what you're saying. I heard that it's two different colors in every too. But just too late. The video makes it worse because we know that there are more off-whites. Check this out. His pink. Not the same as his hair color. Not the same as his other pink. The middle is different from the main focus. Oh, right. Oh, you're totally right. Anyways, he's got like a gem or something. Thanks for catching that. Alright, I've got him coming in. He does look a little black, like there's something ever so slightly off about him. I think it's that his eyelid isn't like thick enough right there, but I don't really feel like I'm fixing that. Oh, want to see something else that's gonna make you mad? Hang on. I did the eyebrow. Hang on, I think I actually colored it. I did. I colored it his eye all the way black when it's actually not. It is brown. Which I think is very strange. I wish I would have just made it black. I think it would have been like ever so slightly simpler for the animators. Well, it looks off, but it's good enough. The colors are all correct, and that's the important part right now. I guess next we will do Lucifer, because I also still have Lucifer made here. So, we'll go over here. You'd be shocked how many colors Lucifer has. He also has a lot of unnecessary colors. Like, look at this. The color of his eyeballs is different from his hair, and from this orange, and also for the crown, and also for the snake. His eyes are a completely unique color that isn't used anywhere else in his design. Am I on the right layer? Okay. I like when he walks, his shoes sound like this SpongeBob squeaky does. You're not looking at me, you should be looking at me. There we go. You look so evil. Your pupils are at the same side. There we go, that's better. Hang on. You want to say something else? The white of his teeth is different from the white of his skin, which you know is fine. It's also different from the white of his hair. But I don't think there is such little contrast that it feels unnecessary to me. It's also different from over here on his shirt. His coat and skin are like ever so slightly yellowish, but it's not enough of the off-white to like make the addition of the color necessary, in my opinion, and I don't like it. I totally just used his teeth coming from his skin instead. I did it wrong. Whoops. There we go. That's... I wouldn't say it's better, but it's never miscorrect, isn't it? I will find the colors. Please do. I would appreciate it. Check it out, a teeny little brown color that doesn't appear anywhere else on this line. When you could have easily just used this cheek color instead, and it would have looked totally fine. But I didn't. So now I have pain instead. I will make sure that you leave Lucifer. This looks very strange. I know the colors are correct because I color picked, but I think because the brush that I'm using made this streak, the two little brown streaks, so large, it looks very strange. It might look better when it's in relation to the other colors. His arms are very long. Like, I'm pretty sure his arms are either longer than his legs or the same size as his legs. Either way, it's incorrect. I will distract the colors with a rubber tip. Let's go get this coat color. Then you want to play a fun game of whether or not the coat color is the same in this game. Boop, 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 boop. Nope, it is ever so slightly different. Like, almost enough that you can barely see that it's different, but you can see that it's different. It's just very hard to see. I'm not going to fix the busted liner here on his arm. We're just going to put the color in and it'll be fine. Here's another problem is his bow tie is a very different color than his gloves when they could just use the same color twice. I forgot the little hat thing on his little ribbon on his hat. Let's see. Fixed. I just covered it in one and I just made sure that it is the pure white quality. Fair. Yeah, there's a reason why I made recolors of all the characters, and it's because I didn't want to have to keep track of all the unnecessary colors. I think it also really helps the arrangement was made to really feel like an A like starting with anything else rather than an AU. His neck is so bare. It's so bare. I wonder why they didn't give him, like, just, like, a little, like they did with Charlie. It would have made him look better. No, it kind of just looks like it goes from naked neck directly into, like, a V-neck underneath. And now all over the internet knows you're just a pale white boy loser. Wait, what am I doing? I'm supposed to use the unnecessary colors from Hazbin Hotel. I think I picked a weird pixel. There is quite a bit of noise on the reference that I'm using because it was so small. Doesn't have to relate to the panel, I believe. I want to see another unnecessary color. Look, not the same as the cheeks. But it's not the same as the apple either. I don't think I'm ever going to get over the way unnecessary colors that has been used because it's a problem with it's too late. The animation's already been made. They're not going to fix it in the second season either. And it would be ridiculous to expect them to do that. There we go. When I stop using the unnecessary colors, it's fine to reuse colors I do all the time. Yes. Yeah, just save your colors so that way you don't have to keep refining them. I think if Xena talked about what she was doing, the characters, she went to release as many unnecessary colors that the staff have to keep track of. It makes me wonder how many animation errors there are in total if we include people reusing colors that they're actually not supposed to. How many errors do you think are there because of how many off-whites there are? Not just off-whites, but like specifically, never mind, forget it. He's got so many unnecessary yellows in his design too, like, girl, you don't have that many yellows in his design, would it kill you to just reuse one of them? Every single yellow part of him is a completely unique color. Every single one of them. And look at this. See colors in the apple? Different colors. It looks almost like she did the responsible thing and reused her colors, but she didn't. Every single one of them is ever so slightly different. I can't emphasize that enough. It's so annoying and I will never get over it. This is another reason why I script everything. It's because I will just keep saying the same thing over and over again, like, as if that makes my point. Let's see. I guess we'll pull up pictures next. Vote in the comments who you want me to cover next, I guess. Texas. We did forget his goggles, but that's okay. As long as you can like fix it, it's fine. Let's find out if his black is actually black. Oh, it is. Who would have thought? Alright, I got that. Now we can do. Punch actually doesn't have nearly as many unnecessary colors as all of the other Canadian zero. He's got like one yellow that he doesn't really need because they're very similar, but one is just better. But other than that, he's actually pretty okay as far as colors go. Baggy also has much better colors than the rest of the cast. I still don't like I don't like the pink of her eye because it doesn't contrast with her skin very much. But she's got a very efficient color palette in comparison to everyone else. It's time to play a fun game of does this yellow match the other yellow we already used? Nope. There could be like an element of the noise interfering is responsible for that. But I also am not being very careful with the noise and whatnot because they're really only one unnecessary noise and all of the designs anyway. I guess we might as well do Husk next. Is there a reason why we can't? Maybe you guys take a vote on who you wanted next. Husk. Husk actually has a really efficient color palette too, which you wouldn't think. Well, I mean, maybe you would think that because he doesn't have that many colors, but he's also semi bright, but he actually, like, objectively has a better color palette than most of the rest of the cast. He was just too detailed as well. Alright, and I guess we're gonna maybe follow up now. What is it? Oh, what a coincidence! His song is playing right as I'm delighted. Wanna see something that's gonna make you mad? This is not the same color as black. Overcomplicating things again for no reason. Well, actually, I guess I can leave this peel where it is, so I can leave that the same color. And then I can just put the iris underneath it. And this is a real black, so really there was no reason to have this weird blue in here. Did I accidentally hit something that I did? Good thing I caught that. That would have been really annoying if it hadn't got re-released, but I had done that. Too big. Be small. Oh! Hearts. Don't forget the little camera right there. Guys, I'm cheating. I'm not color picking directly from the reference. I have to do is skip a little wing spirals. Reference, please. Okay, so the top one is a little bit thicker. And then it says some white dots in the middle. Then, actually, we can probably leave that one off. We just need to be using it to thing for this side over here. So, what is this? Oh, that's just empty space. I'm gonna put some right there before I get confused. Yeah. Oh. The drawing is coming up, guys. Thank you. We're getting closer to it. Oh, I've got like a thing on my I've got a spinny thing on my tablet that I can use as a great. I don't have to like keep using the keys on my computer. That's great. I can't use it to never mind, this sucks. I'll have to like figure out the other buttons and what they do later. I guess everyone's favorite Alistair Comics. He told us, your eyes look so weird, I'm sorry. Let's say we really only need to use another to be the boss in this game, pulling for the husband hotel characters, not clickbait. Anyway, Alistair actually has a pretty good matching color palette too. which is really weird because I don't think he looks good. I think his colors look red, but it is an efficient way that they were used, so I guess he gets more points than some of these other guys. Looks worse, but technically better. Is what you would, how you could label that. There you go. And we don't have to draw the other way, because I don't draw the other way with what three quarters we have. Thank you, it's right, stay. I'm just gonna fill this one all the way in with brown. I would use black except that the horn would disappear. Oh, I still need to use this brown here. I love your voice so much, thank you. I like your voice too, Doug. It makes me happy. Flirting with me in public. Have you ever bullied a Harry Chapel of the individual characters and has it been bullied? Like, I have not. I used to use AA chaplets quite a lot. There was a period where I did that. But after a while, you just kept seeing the same themes over and over again, and I got bored. Alright, Charlie or Baggy next. Wait, that's flirting? I thought it was complimenting. Yeah, but you're gay, which makes it flirty. One time I asked the Miata version of Fox if I could play Subway Surfers on his TV screen. What did he say? So that we're doing it, we're so close to being done. My entire body hurts. He didn't like that and sarcastically said if I needed anything else. Of course I abused that power. Oh We should have initiated self-destructive appearing. This is slightly different from the reference I used. Whatever. I feel like Fox has been the one that is playing the most. That's crazy, man. It's because he's a nerd. Yeah, it really is. I like hanging out with you guys. It's great. What, did it censor the word nerd for you? Why would it censor the word nerd? Seems like a weird one to censor. Maggie is really pretty. I wish she had more of a personality because she's so pretty. But I just don't care about her because being pretty just isn't enough. You have to have like some substance to it, you know? So enough to today's day and age to just be how you can be. No, that's the wrong one. I need this blue. I forgot to draw the rest of her, so I guess we'll just put like in her hair instead. Maybe to like make it look like it's in front of her. So, there we go. All fixed. We can like it never happened. Let's see, we need the bow. I always forget the bow when you're drawing Maggie. It's just not like a part of me to think about. And honestly, with her new design and like the way that she acts, it feels a little out of place almost. I mean, I guess it's fine though. Nothing against it. It's a little bit of a strange choice. Not gonna lie, these two are recently thinking of like getting yourself together. My throat it is getting pain through, so I don't think I'm gonna stream tomorrow, especially if this is about homework. I wonder, would you guys like be interested in like a homework stream? Like if we just listen to music and I'll like stream myself doing my accounting homework? Would that be fun? No. There's a little gap here, a little gap here, and a little gap there, and we're done. Alright. And we just need Charlie, and You don't have to do the shading. And I think the background we don't really have to worry about as much. It probably would be good to put like a sign and wash in the back. So that there's some extra contrast, which could be nice eye-catching. I would love getting confused. Alright, I guess I will straight myself during my accounting complex. So like I'm gonna be able to help me with it, so there's no worries about cheating or anything. And hey, who knows, maybe we can learn something. Okay, just gonna double check that I'm really every single time I pull in graphics just so I don't get confused. I like Charlie. I think she is totally become one of my favorite characters. I still think she's a little bit boring, a little bit, mainly sometimes. She's just very quiet, you know? I'm trying to, like, she's a weird combination of, like, quiet when there's, like, a group, but also, like, very loud, and has a lot of personality. So I've tried to, like, get an arrangement with its made, I depict her as a little bit more timid. And start checking out different colors, like different teeth and face colors, and I guess that's fun. Let's see. Do you think that her energy is going to be the same color as the changes or no? Well, it's slightly different. Is it the same as the teeth? It is the same as the teeth. Alright, so one character when the colors are used. Oh, the music's good. Let's see, what do we want to listen to now? I'm just gonna put on a random lofi one because it's in my recommended. If the peak I was having a minute, thinking about having this in like 5:30. We're looking at like first. Yeah, I'm kind of curious if anybody has discovered me who's like not already a fan of me. Like if there's been like anybody like who's from Twitch itself that's found my channel this way. That doesn't look right. Yeah. There we go. Hang on. There we go. Actually, I don't think you can see it straight from that side. I think you can only see it from this one, which is positioned like this. I'm removing that. Pull off the hair cover real quick. And actually, we're going to look at the way it is. I think this color looks right there. Right there, I think it's good. I didn't color in the other summer, Nicholas hair. Whoopsie. I'm pretty sure it's colored, so I think it's fine. It'll be fine. It doesn't matter how much. It's not like anyone's really areas. If it's a slightly different pink and then the actual one it's supposed to be. There you go. You're ready to get going. And it's all good. Here we go. I think the darker red is also used here. Make sure we get the skin color correct. Yeah, I think I might have selected a bad pixel for skin color actually. This doesn't look quite right. That's better. And there we go. This stream has been going for more than 3 hours. Actually, it's been going for longer than that because you did switch between OBS and the Streamcast. When we switched over to Genshin because Genshin wouldn't run correctly on Streamlabs. I'll figure out what that glitching is later, so that way we can still have the alerts from Streamlabs. I'm sure we've probably gotten more follows of this stream than we've been notified of because I'm not going to stream much right now. And I haven't been able to figure out how to get the notification plugins for OBS. It's all very confusing. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that was a terrible noise I never noticed. You probably didn't hear it though. That might be just a noise sound. It's probably even going for something more like, I don't know, 4 hours. 4 hours at least. I love this dumb lady. I love her. She's so stupid. I think we need more stupid women characters. I like stupid women characters. But like stupid women that are like doing their best and are like genuinely infuriating. Alright, colors are fine. No, I forgot her friend. Someday we'll die. At the rate of my life is going, it might be able to do that message. You ever wonder like how many streamers are gonna die already in like a few years? Maybe not a few years, but like 20 years. Like, do you think people will still be streaming when they're like 80 years old? You ever wonder about that? She looks at her window, yes. I mean, she has made this face in the show before, and I love it when she does it. I love it every time, it makes me happy. Alright, now the colors are done. I have an idea for where we could make a quick glow finish that hopefully will look good. So I just copied the layer, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to blur the bottom layer. And then turn the background black so you can actually see it. Nope, that doesn't look like it's glowing, that just looks dramatic. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have to use the good fashion way. I'm going to start by quickly giving myself some shading. We'll go with like a shading. Make myself nice and dark. And then we'll use your color. probably like some light too to really make it look like it's real bright. Yeah, that works. You gotta definitely do it for that. Yeah, that works. Simple probably. Oh, I love it. Hang on. I'm gonna go with like a light shadow across what I'm looking for. These are we're gonna take it It looks like AJ went for the hot pepper, maybe he did. And there was this one tournament where I think I was like in middle school when this happened. So my dad had bought like some hot peppers. They were jalapenos, but they were like really spicy jalapenos, not like the usual kinds. Because in my experience, like we used to grow our own jalapenos and so I was used to jalapenos not being as spicy. So what I did was I ate this jalapeno like raw, how it was, without anything on it. It burned my mouth so bad. It was awful. I ended up having milk prepped, so I had like that moment where like that initial moment of panic where you realize, oh, something's wrong. I'm in a lot of pain and I don't know what to do. And I was just like in that like state of shock for a while, and then I realized, oh, milk. I need to get milk. So I went to get milk. But it took me way too long, and the milk wasn't as effective as I would have liked it to be. So it was bad. Fixed. I think we'll wrap all of the eyes glow. This shading looks a little bit bad, but I think that's okay. Maybe I should have done each individual character on the later, but it's too late now. I think we'll have Adam's teeth glow because his mouth is like LEDs. Here there is a little bit of shadow. Looks that way. We need your wing to glow, so I guess we have to get rid of the machine. To go with our touching machine of any of the other characters. A little bit messy, but that's okay. What are you guys doing? I'm sure some of you guys know, like, have me on in the background when you're doing stuff. You guys like drawing? I'm sure some of you are drawing. Like, what else? Curious, tell me. Let me comment on drawing. What are you drawing? right in the face and good eyes. Maybe I should put that on top. I can do that for you. Make that a nice neon right in the face. Blasted. Hang on, what if I put that over top? This is another recipe, but this time on paper and drawing them in a Sonic because I found on Pinterest. Awesome sauce. Oh, it's just swallowing my whole face. Maybe what I could do is I could maybe give this a bit of a stain towards the end, so it looks like it's a really heavy meat in the face. It's not just going over me. And then I'm gonna copy this, and we'll put one layer. We'll put one layer under the layer. And one layer over it, like the one that's under the layer, a little more transparent than the one that's over the layer. Also pretty transparent, but like, that works. That works. I think I also need to get blasting pinches of yellow. Let me turn off that so I can get the right color. Let's destroy times 2 and yes. Right in the eyes. Yeah. I need to very carefully erase this so that it's not on top of the husk. Still laughing at me, and it just went blowing purple. Oh yeah, I forgot to you get yeah, we're just gonna leave it like that. It's funny. I said purple, I meant pupil. And it's not on top of the rest. I guess maybe I should be like a few highlights so it looks like it's really seen. Guys, what would you do if I was being bullied by furries? Would you protect me? I think I'm gonna like reduce how much glow is on Lucifer's face so you can actually see Lucifer's face a little bit better. That works. We'll have Lucifer here blasting me with white. He's white as his paint color. Oh my god, it's almost line up. Yes. Hang on. There we go. Adam, I think, is okay. I don't think, even white is destroying me. Alistair, I'm gonna need some color for because he's so weird. We'll take care. Oh no. The husband who spotted a pot and a possum in the box and is feeding him with their colored beads. They think I'm homophobic, so they're blaspheming me with the whole movie. We don't realize I'm almost so gay. I think we should put removing red from Charlie. It's a lot of red. But it's a different red. Maybe I'll put his little laser beam underneath everyone else's. I can't even see that. There we go. Perfection. Someone's screen recording. It won't let me click your laugh. I'm really stupid. Well, you know what? I will upload this as a vlog so that it might be easier to record it off of YouTube instead. I'm gonna combine all of these. What happened? What happened? Did I delete them? I think I accidentally deleted them. Get to bring on the back button. Alright. We're gonna have to erase a little bit of the laser beam so that when you can actually see how much paint the laser did. Alright, I feel like I'm putting these in my eyes like in real life, and I don't want to. Yes. This is amazing. This is great. This is great. I think Angel's blood from really tired me out together. It's perfect. Alright, we started this bad that's great. This was a good stream, guys. I guess we're on to it now. Oh man. Oh man. I'm so tired.